What is a good speaking speed? WPM. Speaking speed is usually measured in words per minute, or WPM. It affects how clear, calm, and confident you sound to other people. This guide is for anyone who feels they may be speaking too fast, too slowly, or unevenly when nervous. You will learn what a healthy speaking range looks like, when pace matters most, common mistakes people make, and how to practice at a more natural speed. A good speaking speed is not about sounding impressive. It is about helping people understand you comfortably. Typical speaking speed ranges: slow, below 120 WPM, may sound careful, hesitant, or lower in energy in some situations. Natural, 120 to 160 WPM, usually clear, comfortable, calm, and easy for most listeners to follow. Fast, 160 to 190 WPM, can sound energetic, but clarity often starts to drop if sentences are dense. Very fast, 190 plus WPM, often difficult to follow, especially in interviews, meetings, and presentations. For most people, 120 to 160 WPM is a useful target range for clear speech. That does not mean you must sound identical in every situation. Some moments should be slower, such as explaining something important, while a more conversational section may naturally move a little faster. What the ideal speaking speed actually means. The ideal speaking speed is not one perfect number. It is a pace where your words are easy to follow, your ideas have shape, and your listener does not feel rushed. Someone speaking at 145 WPM with clear pauses can sound much more confident than someone speaking at 145 WPM in one continuous stream. That is why pace and structure work together. Quick example. Less effective. So basically, I wanted to quickly go through the plan and explain the next steps and then maybe talk about the timeline as well. Better. I want to walk through the plan, then explain the next steps, and finally talk about the timeline. The second version is easier to follow because it is cleaner and gives the speaker natural places to pause. Why people start speaking too fast. Many people speed up when they feel nervous, want to sound clever, or are trying to avoid awkward silence. In practice, speaking faster often causes the opposite effect. It can make you sound less controlled, less clear, and more unsure. You may start blending words together. You may use more filler words like and Important points can lose emphasis. Your listener has less time to process what you are saying. When speaking pace matters most. Interviews. A slightly steadier pace often sounds more thoughtful and confident than rushing to fill every silence. Presentations. Listeners need time to absorb new ideas, so pausing well can matter just as much as your overall WPM. Meetings. A balanced pace helps you sound clear without seeming over-rehearsed or hard to interrupt. Casual conversation. Natural conversation can move faster, but clear phrasing still matters more than speed alone. Common mistakes to avoid. Trying to sound confident by speaking faster. Fast speech can sound rushed rather than confident. Calm pacing usually sounds stronger. Trying to remove every pause. Pauses are useful. They give structure to your speech and make you easier to understand. Focusing only on WPM. WPM is helpful, but rhythm, pronunciation, sentence length, and filler words also shape how your speech sounds. Slowing down so much that you sound unnatural. The goal is not robotic speech. You want a pace that feels natural and easy to maintain. 1. Slow down slightly, not dramatically. Most people do not need a huge change. A small reduction in speed often makes a big difference to clarity. 2. Build pauses into your sentences. Pause after one main idea before moving to the next. This helps you sound more steady and reduces filler words. 3. Shorten long spoken sentences. Long, winding sentences often force you to rush. Simpler sentence structure naturally improves your pace. 4. Practice with short recordings. Record yourself speaking for 30 to 60 seconds on one topic. Listen back and notice whether you rush certain parts. A simple practice exercise. 1. Pick one short topic, such as how your week is going or what you worked on today. 2. Speak for 30 seconds at your normal pace. 3. Listen back and notice where you speed up, lose clarity, or use fillers. 4. Repeat the same topic, but this time pause briefly between ideas. 5. Compare both versions. You are aiming for easier listening, not perfect speech. How Spekero can help SCT is especially useful here because speaking speed is easier to improve when you can measure it. You can use the speech recording tool to see your WPM, review what the app heard, and notice whether faster speech is also increasing filler words. If pace and filler words tend to rise together for you, this article pairs well with how to stop saying and If you want a broader guide to sounding clearer overall, read How to Improve Your Speaking Clearly and Confidently. Final thought: a good speaking speed is not about being fast. It is about being clear enough for other people to stay with you easily. When your pace becomes more balanced, your speech often sounds more confident, more structured, and more comfortable to listen to. That is usually what people notice first.